What's good, everyone? We got a 2012 Freightliner, the Detroit engine. It's got 900,000 miles on it. We're just gonna go over some tips and tricks for some owner operators. I'm gonna start in the back, work my way up. Some little tips if you know, to maintain your truck, keep your truck nice. You know, make sure it's driving correctly. You know, like I said, we're gonna start in the back. We start with some basics. Shocks. How smooth is your ride? All right, see this? Nice and smooth. You got nothing running down. You ain't got no dust stuck to it, showing that it's leaking fluid. All right. You want to make sure your shocks is good. You want to make sure these airbags ain't super crusty. All right. Nice, good rubber. No creases, so they don't pop on the road. Same thing with your U-joints. You want to check your U-joints. These being your U-joints. Make sure your bolts are fully tightened on there. One way to tell is to hop your finger down there, touch that washer, see if that washer is loose. There'll be rust if it's loose. Obviously, this is your differential. You can check that. I like to grab this, shake it, make sure it's tight. Make sure your fifth wheel is all attached on there. If you want to get a little pry bar under here and lift that up, make sure that ain't too loose. You can check your leaf springs, make sure they're all good, make sure the bolts on them are all good. Alright, you can go ahead and check your drive line. If you want to get your hand on it and actually shake it, that being your drive line or U-joint, go ahead and do that. It's more something for under the truck, but I like to do is turn the truck off, let it get up to its air, let it get up to the temperature, and then cut it off. You know, then you can go ahead and check for leaks, air leaks, anything like that. Exhaust leaks, you're obviously looking for any black soot. You know, you don't want any under your truck. You don't want to be breathing that in. You know, we got the engine, coolant tank. So you check your levels. You got your oil level. Where you fill the oil? You fill the oil up on these. These are your oil filter. These are your fuel filters. This is your fuel rail. Obviously, you can hear we got an air leak. Now I tried to. Sometimes what you can do, a trick with these quick connect fittings, is you can take that airline off, cut it back. Because sometimes this one had. Alright, so what I was saying you can do is you can cut this airline back. And sometimes it'll fix your air leak on these quick connect fittings. I had to replace this one. But you know, you're looking just for, you can check your belt. Oh, let me shut it off real quick. I'm trying to get the air back up here if it's leaking. But you can check your belt. Really just a visual. Is it all crinkly? Is it all worn? Is it loose? Is your fan good? Not loose. It's cool. It don't look so hot. I would probably want to test it and get it checked out. Air filter. Take that out and clean it every once in a while. This guy, once it gets full, needs to be changed out. Same thing, you can check your shocks, you can check your steering arms, make sure everything looks good, make sure everything is tight. Checking for oil leaks, fuel leaks, coolant leaks, anything like that. You know, you can turn it on, check all your lights. It's always good to do a little inspection every once in a while when you get a chance. It'll save you a lot of money. All right, yep.